How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Torment. I just bought myself a Lim. Some people may think that it was a poor decision, that maybe I'm blowing my money, spending a little too early, but now I have a Lim and exactly 69 coppers. So I think I'm the real winner here. And truly, you're all winners as well, but especially me. I'm definitely the winner. And if the opportunity presents itself to buy a second Lim, fuck it, I'll probably buy that one too. That's how in support I am of my own decision to buy this stupid critter. Anyways, I need to move on and see if I can find someone who will sell me some armor. Craddock! I was looking for this guy. He's one of my quests. I can actually continue a quest here rather than just randomly, aimlessly wandering around and talking to anyone with a name that seems vaguely interesting to me. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrow eyes. He is hunched slightly as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings. The man glances down at you and his frown deepens. Aye? What are you sniffing round here for? I had some questions. He grunts. I've no time for the likes of beggars and dogs. Now push off. Well, in that case, I guess we'll get straight to the point then. You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to ye? I come with a message from Bane the Sender. Or Bean, as I like to call him, because we're good pals. The message states, the shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day, or there will be a penalty. Good memory, Nameless One, that was like 5 episodes ago. By the hells! Can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears, for all the good it'll do. What's the problem? Look around ye. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits can barely keep up with the load as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time? Do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need, and by you I mean ye. I think I kind of split the difference between ye and you on that one. All my men to show up for work. Jalay's gone missing since the morn, and I need him back now. Jalay, where did he go? That hive-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse when he should have been helping us, worthless sod. I'm trying to remember if I recall that name, if that was someone who I saw over there. I can't remember for sure. I could find him for you, for a price. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. I need to pay to feed this fucking Lim. Well, it said it would feed himself, but I really just need to recoup some of the money that I spent on the Lim. Aye, ye find Jalay, you tell him to drag his worthless bub-ridden hide here. I'll pay ye for your trouble. He frowns. When you found him. Now get. You said he's likely to be the smoldering corpse? I've already been there, no need. You don't need to tell me, I've been there, done that. Locked. I want to get into the boxes. The wooden slats of these boxes are warped, allowing you to see inside. The box holds rotting stacks of grain. Well, someone should be better at selling grain then, because their grain's all going away. We got Profira, who probably is a prophet, and Guaha, who I have no idea what her deal will be. Couldn't tell ya. But Profira, this grim-looking woman, spares you only a brief glance before returning to her rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice that carries across the marketplace, even cutting through the noise made by the merchants and surrounding foot traffic. Leave her alone. Alright, I guess she's shouting so loud that I don't even want anything to do with her. Gaha, on the other hand, you see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, possibly the first instance of mascara, or eyeliner, I suppose, and his teeth are filed to points, another common trend that originated back in Planescape times. I don't know if this is past, present, future, I don't know when this is supposed to take place. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Greetings. Ooh, let's gamble away all of our things so we can afford more limbs. He displays a feral, shark-toothed grin. His eyes are like shiny black orbs. His voice is low and raspy. Gaha greets you. As well, you have come to play a game, yes? Yes, I'll play, without any questions whatsoever. Gaha reaches into his tunic and pulls out a coin. This coin? Your coin? He places it at your feet and pulls out another. This coin? Gaha's. Oh, that first one wasn't a question. This coin, your coin. This coin, Gaha's. He places it at his own feet, then holds up 2 dice between his thumb and index finger. The dice? We both roll 1, yes? Go on. You roll higher? Both coins. He snatches the coins up from the ground and proffers them to you. Yours. Gaha roll higher? He quickly tucks the copper back into his tunic. Mine. Neither roll higher? Oh, that hurts my throat. I accidentally turned a little bit Yoda-y. Neither roll higher. The coin stays for another roll. So how much coin will lie at your feet? Or, I should say, coin stay, roll another. So, coin, how much feet at your lie? I don't know. I don't know what the system is for how Yoda organizes his words. I assume it's that he just grabs them randomly from wherever he feels like out of a regular sentence. Let's throw 5 coppers. I don't want to throw too much on this, but I do want to gamble. Gambling seems fun. You both roll the dice until you roll higher. Until I roll higher, wouldn't we have stopped every time that we rolled? You pick up the coins and put them away. Gaha nods, frowning. Enough it is for now. But perhaps we play again later, shall I and you? All right, farewell. What? I actually won? I fully expected this guy to rip me off, like majorly, not just a little bit. Like, not only would I lose those 5 coins, but then also he was going to stab me and rob me or something. So that went better than I ever could have expected, and I'm just going to leave that be before he starts. He lets me win 1 so he can rake it in, get some more business, and then he robs you blind. So my prediction is that I better just let that stand. Reek Wind, a man who is literally named after farts. This man is looking at you with a strange, bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge, so huge they look ready to pop out of his sockets and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird. As you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine and feces surrounding him. His name is making a little more sense. I wish that he would, make a little bit of an effort to clean himself up, though. I'm not a big fan of some guy who just smells like poo and pee. Greetings. The man sniffles, wiping his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal blackened, rotten gums. Stories for coins, sirrah? Sirrah? I don't know what formality that's supposed to be. His breath reeks. It smells like this man's been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin? Who are you? The man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names? Names? Who are you? Who are you? His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names! Dangerous! Dangerous! He glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name is being stuck with one. Both some mess of trouble. He looks back at you. My name is a given name, not one asked for. Reekwind. Once again, you became conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name, a given name. Maybe he's cursed or something to just constantly smell disgusting. An appropriate name? The name fits you well. Is that your real name? No, he just said it's not. An appropriate name. Not my true name, true name! Reekwind mumbles on, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name's a dangerous thing. Gives others powers. He stares at you with huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret. Keep it close. Never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells. They can track you with them. Reekwind coughs, his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly. Gross. This guy's disgusting. Why am I still talking to him? As if to accentuate his point. I like the idea of, instead of like punching your fist or slamming the table or something, accentuating your point by just ripping ass. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. He licks his lips, the power to hurt. I don't know my true name. Reekwind's eyes widen. Seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed, blessed. Remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains, untraceable, untrackable, unseen, undiscovered. He smacks his gums wetly. A name chosen, a name given. It allows others to find you and hurt you. Have you been hurt? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once, only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story I can, I will, but 3 coppers must I see. His face splits into a smile as he says the word coppers, and his reeking breath hits you like a hammer. I don't know if I want to listen to his stinky story, but this guy seems like he might also have some interesting information, maybe a good way to avoid getting cursed or something like that. I don't have that much with me. I had some questions, though. No, you know what? I just won 5 coppers in a random crapshoot gambling game. I might as well spend 3. Bring balance to my wallet. Reekwind gets into a stance, looks left, looks right, then faces you. His face clenches, then with a grunt, he breaks wind again. It's just a pre-story fart. The smell nearly levels you, but he takes no notice. Cursed, I walked the wards in splendor. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passerby. Listen, actually, I don't have time for his story. No, I want to listen. Please don't fart the whole time. Reekwind freezes, his arms akimbo. Crossed paths with a crossed one. Had the look of a pumpkin, his seeds, curses. Reekwind then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with his filthy palms so he looks almost bald, and begins drumming his fingers on his fat belly. He then walks about, circling the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Reekwind tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. Keep listening. Knew my name. Let it slip out I had. All it took it all. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. The persona suddenly crumples, and Reekwind breaks wind violently, then exhales, filling the air with his foul, reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells, excrement, came here to tell tales, all good for now. Now Reekwind is the name, given name. I see, I have other questions. Questions? Reekwind hunches over, regarding you warily with huge eyes. Answers? Who are you again? What happened to you? I'd like to hear a story. Can you tell me about the area? Can you tell me where I can find someone in Farod? This shady reject might know something about the underground passages. Reekwind suddenly hunches over and leers at you. He walks around you a moment, dragging his legs if lame. A king, a noble tale, a tale I can tell, but 3 copies must I see. Three coppers. Copies, as he likes to call them for short, when he's in an extra big rush. I don't have that much with me. What else could I maybe ask him? What can he tell me about this area, maybe? The hive, a tale I can tell, a tale blah blah blah. I'm not paying you more. I got what I want out of you, I think. That's about all I cared to hear. Let's leave those guys alone. Well, what if I just ran past him? Okay, there might be something off in this random direction over here. Alley of Dangerous Angles. Or Angels? Dangerous Angels. The Razor Angel. Did I already encounter these guys? But from the top right here, I think I might have. This alley dweller greets you with an exaggerated politeness and deep bow. Greetings, stranger. You've chosen a spacious day to pass through our lands. The toll's a mere 10 coins. I have been here before, and I decided to just not. So let's just get out of there again. Not worth it, I don't think. I'm not really looking to spend a bunch of dough to walk through an area that I don't even know if it's worth it at all. Let's go look for the smoldering corpse again, so I can maybe grab that guy and tell him to fucking get to work. There might also be something down here in this corner. Oh, more to be explored. Well, let's put that off. I'll go deal with the smoldering corpse business first. Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting to come along so many of these. Where's my Lim? You must just be jumping around inside my purse somewhere. My manly man purse. This is really random. I accidentally ended up at old Mabeth's house, and she's willing to buy some of my shit. So I'm just going to quickly sell some of my shit and then go back looking for the corpse, because I don't remember exactly where it was. I think this might be the smoldering corpse. Am I there? Come on. Yes, I got it. Alright, let's see if July or whatever his name was fucking around somewhere here. Damn it, I actually am not seeing the character I was supposed to come find here. But I'm realizing that when I had talked to Ilquix and Barkus before, they had told me about some of these characters who hang out around here, like Dakin and O. And I never even talked to them, so I kind of do want to have a quick chat with them. I can look for J-Lai when they're hanging out outside somewhere, I think. You see a man standing stock still. He isn't moving a muscle. On closer examination, it appears that he isn't even breathing, just standing. His eye sockets are empty holes in his face. Contained within their bounds is a flat gray light that seems to dance with possibility. Looking into the sockets, the eerie, empty feeling of a limitless void shivers through you, as if you had gazed into a sliver of eternity. The head slowly swivels towards you. You notice that no muscles appear to move under his skin as he turns, and he speaks in a pure, bell-like tone. Well met, wanderer. You have forgotten again, haven't you? Oh shit, this could be very intriguing. Do you know me, stranger? As he opens his mouth, you get the feeling of eternity again. Inside his mouth you see no tongue, no teeth. It's almost as if this man were a shell surrounding an illimitable expanse. I have spoken with you before, and always you forget. Your endless quest to discover yourself ends always in your amnesia. You draw close to the truth and recoil. Let us hope that you have the strength to endure your existence. What do you know of me? How do you know this? I know that you, like a fly, rise up from the wreckage of your old shell, buzz around for a time, then curl up and die at the window of truth. Your metaphor is getting a little ridiculous. You didn't have to tie it all together with the flies and windows and everything. He might not have literally meant that, but I'm picturing a bunch of dead flies on a windowsill, and it seems a little silly. Maybe not quite as eerie and epic as you had envisioned there. Oh. You bumble about the pain, seeking the light without any plan to your actions, and fall exhausted when you fail. You alight on others to feed from them for a time, and move on with no regard to them. I have watched you come here and listen to your words, and watched you move away no wiser. Will you learn from your mistakes, Seeker? I don't think I like your tone. Who are you? Who are you? I am O. For some reason, when he speaks his name, it sounds like he's speaking for much more than a single letter. So he's going, oh, my name is O, as if he's speaking of his name contained untold possibilities and nuances. No human tongue could ever create such a sound. I did it. It's oh, perfect, nailed it. What sort of name is that? What are you? It is my name. It is the name of a portion of eternity. I am a letter in the divine alphabet. Understanding me leads to understanding existence. I am writ with the true names of half of everything. My being encompasses truth. I am mathematic, organic, metaphysic. I think you're entirely crazed. So what does this all mean? What does this all mean? I don't think he's crazy, seeing as how I seem to get a boner every time he says his name. There must be something going on here. The divine alphabet is writ in the name of everything that exists, from the seed at the hearts of the eternal planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers, sisters, a single word translates into the two in your mind, and I reach across all that is, was, or ever shall be. We are thought, and reality, and concept, and the unimaginable. Tell me about the great beyond. So what are you doing here? What are you doing hanging out in a bar? Then that means you know all the secrets of existence, doesn't it? Then you should be able to help answer some questions. Now, what are you doing here? Why, I am watching the ebb and flow of mortality. And what do you see? You mortals are like wasps. You build your lives' nests from the slimmest of branches, and then the wind shakes you your home life free. You seek to sting the wind to death, instead of realizing your foolish mistakes, attempting to repair the damage you have caused yourselves. And learning from your experience, you bring harm to any who have the misfortune to blunder near you in your time of pain and distress. My advice to you and to all mortals, stop acting like an insect and start acting sentient. I'll think about that. In the meantime, answer some more questions for me. What is this you were saying about the divine alphabet? The divine alphabet is written the name of everything that exists. From the seed, we already said all this. Tell me about the great beyond. You would not understand. No mortal possibly could. It is beyond the powers of comprehension of all but the most powerful of powers. And once they understand, they move beyond the veil of mortal comprehension. I can explain it no more than that. Perhaps sometime you will understand. Answer more questions for me. I'm looking for a journal. It's urgent. If he knows everything, I don't know. I know where you can find it, but it is not my place to reveal such information. I figured he might give me some jerk-around answer like that. Rest assured, you will find it, and as well as the man you seek. Do you mean you know where Farod is? What do you know of that? My thanks, I suppose. What do you know? You know where Farod is. I know where he is. I can give you only one word. Nearby. You will find him in the hive, under a veil of secrecy. That's what all your answers seem to be under as well. Can you give me an answer to another question? Let's see, what could I ask him? Tell me the patrons, tell me about yourself. Farod, journal, tell me about yourself, I guess. I am O. For some reason he speaks it. It sounds like much more than a single letter. What sort of name is that? How about the patrons of the tavern, then? I'm going in kind of loops here. The patrons of this place are varied, yet all mortal. Like all mortals, their concerns are limited, with the potential of blossoming into actual truth, with a capital T. I can tell you this, though. You may find a companion dear to your heart here. Oh, at least as dear as your heart will allow. That's interesting. Maybe it's Mo Chai. Maybe she'll be so stoked that I tried to poison her so many times, but didn't? That sounds like a good reason to come join me on my quest. But maybe it's also Creek Knees. I like Creek Knees and hope that he becomes my buddy. I think I should be insulted, but I'll let that slip. I don't think I like your tone. I'll let it slip. I think that's all I want to know. I'm very intrigued by the fact that he thinks I have some companion waiting in here for me. Possibly one of these big badass demons, so that could be awesome. So I guess next time, I'm going to focus on talking to some of these people. I haven't talked to Alace, I haven't talked to Dakan. These seem like people I should maybe be talking to, people with real names. And then I'll also try and keep an eye out for Jahai, or whatever his name was, that I was told to come look for. They must all be hanging around here somewhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.